Push it to the limit. The limit. Walk along the razor's edge. Don't look down or you lose your head and you'll be finished. Open up the limit. Yeah, that's what I do every time, baby. I push things past the limit. I don't respect limits, boundaries or anything like that. I take things too far. I take things to extremes. Extreme. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are shook. You shook. I make people worried. I make people scared, maybe. Baby, they on jittery, shaky legs when I'm around. And they clutching pearls, oh me, oh my. Oh my goodness. That's what people say when I'm around. You know what I'm saying? And I'm too real for TV even. They got a sense of my appearances sometimes. They got a sense of my face. You know what I'm saying? Even Jerry Springer, R.I.P. Jerry Springer. I couldn't appear on his program because they were scared. I was too extreme. And that stooge, Steve Wilkos, he didn't want none of this. He had to duck backstage, running away. There was no security. And I could have gone on a rampage. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want none of that. I'm too much. I'm too much for TV. In my regular life, let me tell you this, man. Even when I don't respect speed limits, man. I hit the strip. I'm in my ride. I don't ride no jalopy or no hoopty, man. But when I'm on the streets, I don't respect no speed limit. Even the cops, they might see my skin color, but you know what, man? They gotta let me go. Because they can't do Nathan, man. They see me pass by and they say, there goes that man. And they can't do nothing. Even the speed cameras, at this point, they're just like paparazzi to me. They might take a picture of the Supernatural one, but they're not gonna do nothing. They don't even find me anymore. They let me go. They know who I am. And even them red light cameras, they want a piece, but you know what? I can't stop. I don't stop, and I won't stop. So it ain't gonna happen, Captain. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Let me tell you all something, too. I take things past the limit because I'm all about excess. Even when I eat, man, I might hit up a buffet restaurant. And I might go back for a 10th or 11th or 12th plate. I'll eat everything in that restaurant. Last time I went, I got so full, I got to be carried out of there. And luckily I had all my fans, all the beautiful fans in that restaurant. They picked me up like a martyr, baby. They picked me up on their shoulders, the mighty body of Supernatural Rolando Sweet. They lifted me up. And they let me slide into the sunroof of my stretch limousine waiting outside. And I nestled beautifully and comfortably on that rich Corinthian leather sofa up in there. And I was able to convert that protein into mass to let me compete the next day against some of the giants in professional wrestling. There's a method to my madness, baby. You know what I'm saying? Man, this excess, let me tell you something. Even me and my entourage, that's a French word. We went out into France to the town of Champagne when I was touring Europe. A tour of domination, I might add. And we cleaned out the town of Champagne. There's a real town called Champagne. We cleared them out. And we're not even drunks or alcoholics. Nah, man, we was just popping bottles, celebrating. Because there's so much to celebrate in terms of the impressive and staggering achievements of Supernatural Rolando Sweet. In fact, the grass probably got more of the bubbly than we did. But that's the life of excess that I'm talking about. I'm all about celebrating. And let me tell you something. So much so I get hyped, man. Sometimes I can't sleep. I roll around, I toss and turn. I went to my doctor. I said, doctor, what can I do, baby? What can I do? And he said, you know what you need, Supernatural One? You need a money machine. I said, a money machine? What do you mean, doctor? And since he explained it, I had that money machine running throughout the night. And it makes a sound like a nice little purring sound that gently rocks me to sleep, baby. I hear it counting my money all through the night, and I sleep sound like a baby. I take things to extremes, baby. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, I know people say, the world is yours, Chico. Well, I say, the world is mine, and everything in it.